Now from the host city of so many Pro Bowls, we're on the island of Oahu in the capital city of Honolulu, Hawaii.
Brandon Gordon, Charles Davis, happy to be back alongside you. And I'll tell you what, yes, it's just week 2 of the preseason, but now they've got one game under their belts. And a lot of guys trying to prove some stuff down on the field here today.
Not only that, these coaches like to win. And I used to think it really didn't matter who won in the preseason. Then I watched some of those shows. And you see the coaches in preseason after a loss jumping all over their guys. So I learned one valuable lesson. Wins and losses count no matter what time of year it is.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Here we go on the return from the 1-yard line. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further.
So out comes for their first possession. And led out by their veteran quarterback. He's been around a while. They don't celebrate birthdays for him. They just cut him up, see how many rings he's got around the middle. He has been in the league a long time.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Here's 2nd and 8. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Looking to throw. Huggins. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. Here comes now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. He'll take it at the 42. 44-yard punt, return of 9. Short field in front of him now as they take over 1st and 10. So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. This is complete to Hawkins. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And he is going to have down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
A lot depended on the spot there, and he got it, but it wasn't by much, was it? I remember about depending on which foot the official used, that would tell you whether you had the first down or not. You want that upfield foot to be the one that spots the ball, don't you?
And you and I have the luxury of a couple extra views here in the booth, and he did get it, but not by much.
2nd and 9.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Hawkins.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Hawkins. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Off the play fake. McNamara. Touchdown! An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Team out there now as they'll send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And good coverage defensively. They wouldn't let him get ahead of steam going, and he'll be brought down at the 15.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 2nd and 7.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
From the gun on 3rd down. Huggins.
And he's taken down. This will be back. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now.
Here comes now. Standing just outside his own goal line.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. Over 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Off play action. McNamara.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards on the play.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And it appears we've got a member up on that last play. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. We'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. In motion, the tight end. They'll look to throw again. And he fires one, but incomplete.
So now here in the 2nd week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters to play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle? No mental mistakes? Are they starting to look like a good offensive football team?
So a touchdown on their opening drive and 3 more here, and it adds to their first quarter lead.
Yeah, everything's going according to plan so far because the offense has moved the ball, defense able to do their job, and here the special teams unit comes through with their contribution. A field goal to make it 10-zip.
And a good kick pays off as he's only able to get this out past the 10-yard line. The Honolulu offense making its return to the field now.
They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
When you're down early, how do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football. Let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Consecutive runs of 6 yards gives them a 1st and 10. A run now for the rookie out of Georgia. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
They go back to the ground with Smith. And he'll get about 3 up past the 25.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Work in the middle. He's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
They go play action here on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Whitaker. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 3.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. That is caught. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. In motion goes the tight end. And a quick throw here, that's complete. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it's 2nd down. 10-0 the score after 1. Football here to begin the 2nd quarter. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9. As they've got it as we resume action. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And that's good for a gain of 6. And now it's 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That is incomplete. Locked in on 3rd down, brings up 4th. As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they've left their starting quarterback out there for this 2nd quarter, but I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect your starting quarterback.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion left. Back to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. From the 20, here's 2nd down at a yard. On the draw, this is Smith. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
The broken tackle could not free him as he's brought down at the 10-yard line. Third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Huggins, and it's intercepted at the goal line. And take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. How you like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you?
Here comes the Canton offense to set up shop. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. Shakes off the sack. And he's got his big tight end here. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him, 15 big yards. So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. Operating from the gun, McNamara. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be 2nd down. And they'll send the tight end in motion. 2nd and 9 now. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Wolf. Ooh, with a juke. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
So now it's 1st and 10 at the 41. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. The 20. Touchdown! A great effort there. 41 yards. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. A pretty well-executed run. They were telling us yesterday, Charles, they were hoping to get everybody in sync. The line, the backs, and everybody looked in sync on that play.
They were in sync, and the field tilted. And that's where we get the term running downhill, because when you've got that kind of momentum and everyone's doing it properly as you just described, it does feel like they are coming from downhill to you as a defender, and that is really hard to stop.
Team out there now as they'll send this one away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Now the Honolulu offense set to take over possession of the football. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're
you
down.
Don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a third down. Looking to throw. Huggins. Caught on the right side by Dorsett. And he is going to have down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Again, he'll drop to throw. Smith catches left side. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up second down. Back to throw. Huggins. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards. Looking to throw. Huggins. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have down as they're able to get the third down conversion. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. Back to throw. Huggins. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
Take over. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Throwing to start the drive. McNamara. Throw left side complete. That's Hawkins. A good convergence there defensively. Only a yard, and it's second down.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down, but a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. Back to throw now on first down. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. It fights him off. Flush to his right. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down. Operating from the gun, McNamara going for it all. And this is going to be intercepted. And take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. It's zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect him. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
The football going back to Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Goes right back to Smith again. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. From the gun on 3rd down, Huggins. He's got his running back out of the backfield. Ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Porter. 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Huggins. He's going to loft it. Deep right sideline. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. A big play there just before halftime. 46 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Huggins. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Now for a timeout, their 2nd, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour. Do you remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room? This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not much doing on the return. Good coverage there. Going to stop him in his tracks at the 15-yard line. Out to get started. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. A final shot before break. McNamara out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's able to get up here to the 26. So we come upon halftime, and it's the lead. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and time report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in just a minute. Week 2 of the preseason is upon us. Each team now with just one more game after this one, and then we will get it all started as we normally do on the first Thursday after Labor Day. In our game, still a lot to keep an eye on. Guys battling, trying to make a ball club. We'll send it back to 2 guys already on our team. That's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Here now getting set to start off this third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum the other side is starting to gain.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. Down the right sideline. And all the way in for the touchdown. A big play there. 76 yards. And right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond. And not a great decision to bring it out there as he's tackled just beyond the 10. Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. Throwing to start the drive. Atkins. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Inside handoff, Smith. Showed some flash on the run, but he will be brought down shy of his 10. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
The Canton offense takes over once again. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset. To get started. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. Now he's loose down the left sideline, and he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. 97 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Touchdown! A 14-yard touchdown. And 6 to their lead. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is now 24. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it's capped off by team out there now as they'll send this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Now they get set and head back onto the field. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football.
Set to begin their next drive at the line.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Back to throw. Atkins. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Here's Whitaker. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
2nd down and 3.
Looking to throw. Atkins throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Brock.
And he is going to have down as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Give him credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Trotting back onto the field. They have picked up right where they left off in half number 1, just looking really dominant, extending this lead.
And it's fun to see when teams actually do that, because so many times you go into the half after playing well, and you kind of relax a little bit. We've got this. We can kind of punch the button whenever we get good and ready. But for a team to keep the intensity and keep the execution up and come back after the half and play so well, that's actually really, really nice to see.
And a pedal to the metal. That's what we're seeing right now.
A 4-receiver set here, 3rd and 5.
He'll drop to throw.
Pass right end, and he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is caught. It's Davis. And out across midfield down to the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. Wolf. Past the 20. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That one good for 33 and a first.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been a running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a 1st down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Up the middle they go. It's Wolf, and he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change. And that's going to be caught. An 11-yard touchdown. And another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Point after here coming up. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive consumes. And it's capped off by the Browns' touchdown. Out there now as they'll send this one away.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Now the Honolulu offense set to take over possession of the football. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Atkins. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. On first down, McCann. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Operating from the gun, Atkins. That's complete to Whitaker. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Second and 2. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps them pick up the first. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Looking to throw. Atkins. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw. Atkins. He finds his man. Complete. It's Arnold. Touchdown! A great effort there. 41 yards.
Make some inroads here to that deficit.
Obviously, the scoreboard right now is not the friend of this rookie quarterback, but hey, a touchdown pass there maybe builds a little confidence.
Every rep is valuable when you're a rookie. Every time you step up and throw the football, there's a lesson to be learned. Yeah, he took advantage of a little bit of loose coverage there with the lead, but at the same time, got it done, and it'll take a little bit of satisfaction away from that throw.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is down to 24. Returnable here for Davis.
And that's pretty good coverage by the kick, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. Another opportunity now for the Browns offense.
And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Wolf. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Here's 3rd and 9. Back to throw here. Uncorks one for Davis. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Taking it about the 36. 43 yards on the punt. Return of 4. And offense here with a 1st and 10. So good field position for come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Throwing to start the drive. Atkins. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by... And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now a handoff looking right, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more preseason football. Back now here on. Here's 2nd and 7. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15. And they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. 115 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. They'll set up a throw. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
Safety blitz, such a fun play call to witness when it works. And the deep man can get home for a sack. Great timing by him. Interception earlier in this contest. Now a sack. He's definitely campaigning for Player of the Week honors, isn't he, partner?
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's a give up the middle. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
So now over to their field goal unit here. From the right hash, this from 33. And his kick is indeed good. And that will extend their lead even further. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, a poor one, especially given the new rules. They're going to be backed up deep to start this drive. It's now making their way out to take over. Right now, they're in a bit of a tough spot here, CD. You trail them by double digits. Remember the last time out, they fumbled. They're going to have to play some clean football here on this possession.
And all the talk on their sideline has been about taking care of the football, making sure that they're handling the ball correctly. So you know they'll be squeezing the rock pretty tight here. They just have to be careful not to go so hard at doing that they actually cause themselves other problems. Take care of the ball, but still try and play free and natural.
They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
But when this game is done, the credit will go to the consistent pressure on the quarterback as a huge cause of this win. Most teams are happy if they get a few of these games per year. You know they're going to watch this tape over and over, try to identify what's working, and keep it going.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Smith up the middle. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And he was looking for the checkout bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Honolulu offense set to take over possession of the football. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Throwing to start the drive. Atkins. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sullivan. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Atkins. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in. From the gun on 3rd down. Atkins. He finds his man. Complete. That's Whitaker. A pickup of 5 that time and a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
This one incomplete and over everybody. Looked like a clear throwaway, But the officials, they're going to say there's a receiver over there in the area, so no flags, and it's third down.
They'll look to throw again.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Davis now to return it. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44.
And they will take over first and 10.
Here comes back onto the field.
But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They could definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they'll put in a lot of backups to do it and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to give them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
3rd and 5.
Now a handoff running through the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
135 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
He needed 2, but he doesn't come anywhere close. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear a peep or protest out of them. That's just who they are.
That would almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Back to throw. Atkins. Gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front seven today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. From the gun on 3rd down, Atkins.
Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
Looked like they were set up defensively in a zone coverage, but somehow they found a seam because that receiver all alone. By rights, that should have been a touchdown, but somehow this ball's overthrown.
Returnable here for Davis. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Second down and 6 now.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. This has been a presentation of Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. So long, everybody.